we are ripping some 2024 Finest Football. This is going to be an 8-box break, 4 boxes of Hobby, and 4 boxes of Delight. And they are coming from a fresh case, so I will take the top 4 boxes from each of our cases. And before we get started, I'd like to list off everybody and the spots you guys bought. We have Steve with the Cardinals, Steven C. with the Falcons, Tom with the Ravens and Seahawks, Brad with the Bills, Timmy with the Panthers and Colts, Scott has the Bears, Frank with the Bengals, Kurt with the Browns and Giants, Terry with the Cowboys, James with the Broncos and Commanders, Vincent with the Lions, Packers, Chiefs, and Buccaneers, Ellie with the Texans, Mark with the Jaguars and Titans, Gerald with the Raiders, Chris with the Chargers, Sean with the Rams, Paul with the Dolphins, Dan with the Vikings and Patriots, Troy with the Saints, David with the Jets and Eagles, Nathan with the Steelers, and finally Scott with the 49ers. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us, and let's get to the rip. And we're just going to take the top 4 boxes of Hobby and do the same with Delight. And the next 4 boxes will be for our next team break. So there we go. Got 4 boxes of Hobby ready to go. All right, our 4 boxes of Delight has been freed. So let's get to the rip. And we'll go ahead and start off with Delight so we can see 3 autos right off the bat. And we're going to lead off today with Craig Morton on the refractor. Ooh, very nice. Joe Montana on the gold rare. So the 49ers are striking quick. And for Joe Montana, he is 16 of 20 on the gold rare. Ooh, and then we have the Fridge, William Perry on the Sky Blue to 250. And for Perry, he is 216 of 250. And our first autograph is going to the Chiefs. It is Xavier Worthy on the Finest Prodigies auto. So our Chiefs are the first team to see some ink. And up next, we have some for the Vikings. It is Dante Culpepper on the gold geometric auto. And for Dante, he is 7 of 50 on the ink. And our final autograph in pack number 1 is going to the Cowboys. It is Tony Hill on the blue auto to 99. And for Tony, he is 13 of 99 on the ink. Up next, we have Dylan Johnson, I should say, on the Dynamos. And for Dylan, he is 98 of 150. Followed by Troy Franklin on the gold debuts. And for Franklin, he is 6 of 50. Up next, we have Randy Moss. And for Moss, he is 17 of 50 on the gold geometric. And our final card is some low-numbered action for the Panthers. It is Jatavian Sanders on the black. And for Sanders, he is 4 of 20. And let's jump into our first box of Hobby. And we're going to lead off with Dan Marino. There's Jalen McMillan on the rare. Followed by Terrell Owens on the Dynamos. And then we have some numbered action, and that is going to the Titans with Will Levis on the gold Field Generals. And for Levis, he is 41 of 50 on the gold. Followed by Dante Hall on the checkerboard. I know, I noticed that, Ryan. I was like, that is a pretty appropriate since we are almost there. And there's an autograph going to the Buccaneers. It is Michael Pratt. And that is a base auto for Michael. And behind him, we have some action for the Bears. It is Jim McMahon on the purple rare. And for McMahon, he is 75 of 125. Followed by Sam Hartman on the Field Generals. And then John Elway on the refractor. And Michael Vick on the checkerboard rare. Ooh, we got a redemption, everybody. Ooh, who is our redemption going to? It's going to be a rookie finest auto, so just a base auto. But that's a good one. Going out to the Commanders, it is Jaden Daniels on the ink. So there you go, Commanders, with some Jaden Daniels ink. Very nice. And right behind Jaden is another Daniels on the team finest. Followed by Audric Estime on the checkerboard. And then Danny Amendola on our next checkerboard. There's Trey Benson on the rare. Ooh, a little action for the Broncos. It is Bo Nix on the blue rare. And for Bo, he is 99 of 150. Xavier Worthy on the Dynamos. Followed by Frank Gore Jr. on the Dynamos refractor. And then John Elway on the checkerboard. And there's some action for the Chargers. It is Joe Alt on the purple checkerboard. And for Alt, he is 61 of 150. Followed by Boomer Esiason on the Field Generals. And then Lawrence Taylor on the refractor. There's Lynn Dickey on the checkerboard. And final pack here of Hobby Box number 1. And there's Donovan McNabb on the blue checkerboard. So some action for the Eagles. And for McNabb, he is 16 of 75. Followed by Jalen Polk on the debuts. And then Barry Sanders on the Dynamos checkerboard. Followed by Jerry Rice on our next checkerboard. So a pair of legends there on the checkerboards. And that brings us to another pack of Delight. And we're going to lead off with Keenan McCardell on the refractor. Followed by Roger Craig on the purple. And for Roger, he is 129 of 250. Up next is going to be Calvin Hill on the sky blue. And for Calvin, he is 311 of 325. And there's one for the Rams. It is Blake Corum on the base ink. And behind him, we're going to have a gold auto. And very nice, that is going to the Eagles with Cooper DeJean on the gold geometric auto. And for Cooper, he is 37 of 50. Our next auto is more gold. And that is Herman Moore on the finest greats ink. And for Herman, he is 27 of 50 on the gold auto. Ooh, up next is some action for the Raiders. It is Brock Bowers on the purple team finest. And for Brock, he is 31 of 125. Followed by Troy Franklin on the black debuts. And for Troy, he is 14 of 25. And final card is going to the Eagles. It is Ainias Smith on the black geometric. And Smith is booking as well, 25 of 25. Ooh, and we did have one other card lurking behind Smith. It is Boomer Esiason on the gold rare. So nice action for the Bengals with Boomer. And for Boomer Esiason, he is 13 of 20. And that brings us to another box of Hobby. And our box are going to lead off with Nate Wiggins. And there's Tavondre Sweat on the purple. And for Sweat, he is 61 of 250. Ooh, there we go. We have found a short print. That is the man. And the man in this case is Anthony Richardson. So very nice on the AR5 action going out to the Colts. And these are one in every 200 or 162 packs. So nice short perch action going out to the Colts. Up next, we have Troy Franklin on the debuts, followed by Will Levis on the checkerboard Field Generals. And our next checkerboard is Phil Simms. And there's a rare going out to the Buccaneers. It is Bucky Irving. And numbered action behind him is Xavier Legette on the Sky Blue. And for Legette, he is 217 of 250. Followed by Malik Neighbors on the Dynamos. And then Rob Gronkowski on the Blue Team Finest. And for Gronk, he is 81 of 150. Followed by Bo Nix on the checkerboard. And Bryn Rice to end our pack. Oh my, we have another redemption. All right, for our first redemption, we saw Jaden Daniels. Ooh, this one is going to be a Prodigy's autograph. These are sweet. And it's going to C.J. Stroud. So the Houston Texans have struck in a big way with C.J. Stroud on the Prodigy's autograph. There you go, Texans. Up next, we have Dallas Turner on the nice color match, purple to 200. And for Dallas, he is 48 of 200. Followed by Michael Vick on the Field Generals. Then Fred Taylor on the refractor. And Mr. Jim McMahon on the checkerboard rare. And there's some ink. It is Dylan Johnson on the base autograph. Followed by Joe Alt on the blue to 200. And for Alt, he is 38 of 200. So some more Joe Alt action for the Chargers. Followed by Kenyon Mitchell on the debuts. And then Adonai Mitchell on the debuts checkerboard. And our next checkerboard is going to Michael Pratt. There's Michael Irvin on the rare. Ooh, and behind him, some more action for the Broncos. It is Bo Nix on the blue to 200. And for Bo, he is 191 of 200. Followed by Jerry Rice on the Dynamos. C.J. Stroud on the Field Generals refractor. And then Peyton Manning on the checkerboard. There's Johnny Wilson on the blue checkerboard. And for Johnny, he is 69 of 99. Followed by Spencer Radler on the Field Generals. Frank Gore Jr. on the refractor. And then Jacob Cowing on the checkerboard. And that brings us to our third pack of Delight. All right, final pack of Hobby Box. All right, pack number 3 of Delight is going to lead off with Jim Kelly on the rare refractor. And behind him is going to be Jalen McMillan on the purple. And for McMillan, he is 14 of 200. Up next, we got some more action for the Colts. It is Peyton Manning on the sky blue. And for Peyton, he is 159 of 250. And nice for the Raiders. It is Brock Bowers on the Finest Prodigies autograph. So there you go, Raiders with some Bowers ink. And our next autograph is going to the Chiefs. It is Dante Hall on the Legends auto. And for Dante, he is 40 of 99 on the blue Legends auto. Up next, we have Josh Cribbs on the gold auto. And for Cribbs, he is 47 of 50. Followed by Troy Franklin on the blue debuts. And for Franklin, he is 51 of 150. And behind him, we have some Drake May action. So going out to the Patriots. And for Drake, he is 84 of 99. followed by Emmitt Smith. And for Smith, he is 11 of 99 on the blue geometric. And our final card in the pack is some super low numbered action. It is Jonathan Brooks on the red geometric to 10. And for Brooks, he is booking as well. 10 of 10 on the red geometric. All right, let's hop back into our third box of Hobby. Let's see if we can run into another redemption. We've already seen 2 redemptions out of Hobby. And our box is going to lead off with Dallas Turner. There's Archie Griffin on the purple to 250. So flashback here for Griffin. And he is 141 of 250. Up next, we have Keon Coleman on the debuts, followed by Dante Culpepper on the checkerboard, and Adrian Peterson on our next checkerboard. So both our checkerboards went to the Vikings in that pack. And there's some Jaws action. Ron Jaworski on the rare, followed by Jonathan Brooks on the sky blue rare. And for Brooks, he is 65 of 150. Keon Coleman on the Dynamos, followed by Kurt Warner on the Field Generals, and then Byron Murphy on the checkerboard. Ooh, we got another Finest Greats auto. And that is going to the Niners. It is Patrick Willis on the gold Finest Greats ink. And for Willis, he is 48 of 50 on the auto. So there you go, 49ers. And behind him is going to be Keenan McCardell on the black. And for McCardell, he is 20 of 25. Xavier Legette on the debuts. Luke Kuechly on the refractor. And then Michael Vick on the checkerboard. And Luke's name always does give me a hard time. Oh, we have another Finest Prodigies auto. And it's another one for Brock Bowers. So double your Brock for the Raiders. Very nice. 2 Finest Prodigies autos. One from Delight and now one from Hobby. Followed by Marvin Harrison Jr. on Team Finest. There's Nate Wiggins on the debuts checkerboard. Followed by Warren Moon on the checkerboard rare. Ricky Pearsall on the rare. And numbered action behind him is going to the Panthers. It is Jatavian Sanders on the blue rare. And for Sanders, he is 77 of 99. And there's Chad Johnson on the Dynamos. Followed by Michael Vick on the Field Generals refractor. And there's Luke again, this time on the checkerboard of Luke Kuechly. Steve Young to finish off our pack. And final pack here of Hobby Box number 3. And there's Kurt Warner on the purple. And for Kurt, he is 145 of 200. He is in the Cardinals gear on that one. Followed by Michael Pratt on the Field Generals. And then Mark Ripien on the rare refractor. And there's some more action for the Patriots. It is Drake May on the checkerboard. And then Terry Bradshaw to finish off our pack. All right, our final box of Delight. We have one more low-numbered auto waiting for us. I want to see 25 or lower. Come on, Delight. Let's make it happen. And we're going to lead off with Chuck Foreman on the refractor. Followed by Sam Hartman on the purple rare. And for Sam, he is 56 of 125. Archie Griffin on the sky blue. And for Archie, he is 278 of 325. Ooh! Man, it is nice when the boxes listen. That is Caleb Williams on the black autograph to 25. Oh boy. There you go, Bears. And for Caleb, he is 23 of 25 on the black autograph. Very, very nice. And behind him is going to be Frank Gore Jr. on the base ink. And our final autograph from Delight. It is double Frank. So Frank Gore Jr. in back-to-back in one pack. But this one's a little bit better. Black geometric to 25. And for Frank, he is 12 of 25 on the ink. Up next, we have Joe Montana on the Field Generals. But this Joe is going to the Chiefs. And he is 6 of 99. Followed by Drew Brees on the Purple Field Generals. And for Drew, he is 66 of 125. Up next, we have some action for the Bears. It is Mike Singletary on the blue geometric. And for Singletary, he is 60 of 99. And Delight is going to end with Jalen Polk out of 15. And for Polk, he is 6 of 15. But man, was that a delightful pack, especially for the Bears fans. And anybody of Frank Gore Jr. as well. And that brings us to our final hobby box of the break. And we see one more low-numbered auto. We're going to lead off with Earl Campbell. And there's Brett Favre on the sky blue. And for Brett, he is 46 of 325. Followed by Bucky Irving on the debuts. And then Michael Pratt on the Field Generals checkerboard. Followed by Malik Washington on the checkerboard rare. And the GOAT is going to end our pack with Tom Brady. And there's Dan Fouts on the rare. Followed by Malik Neighbors on the Team Finest. And then Blake Corum on the debuts, blue to 99. And for Blake, he is 70 of 99. Jatavian Sanders on the checkerboard. And then Bo Nix to finish off our pack. And we have some ink coming up. And there is Kurt Warner on the gold autograph. And this one is going to the Cardinals. And for Kurt, he is 31 of 50 on the gold Legends auto. And behind him is going to be Fred Taylor on the purple geometric. And for Taylor, he is, or purple checkerboard, I should say, 67 of 150 for Taylor. Adonai Mitchell on the Dynamos. And then Audric Estime on the refractor and Johnny Wilson on the checkerboard. And that leaves us with 3 packs to go in this one. Autograph coming up, and that is Johnny Wilson on the base ink. Followed by another goodie for the Patriots, Drake May on the blue to 250. And for May, he is 129 of 250. Up next is Warren Moon on the Field Generals. Followed by Ladd McConkey on the debuts checkerboard. And Michael Hall Jr. on our next checkerboard. And rare coming up, and that is Drew Bledsoe on the rare. Followed by Xavier Worthy on the debuts. And then debuts refractor going to the Raiders. It is Brock Bowers. Up next is Drake May on the checkerboard. And then Dat Win to finish off our pack. And that brings us to our final pack of the break. Can we see some last pack magic? And there's Brendan Rice on the purple rare. And for Brendan, he is 99 of 125. Ooh, and we are going to get a mystery in our final pack. So let's see the 3 players. All right, I see Warren Moon up top. Looks like Peyton in the middle. And I think that is Gronk on the bottom. So let's solve our mystery.
Be ready to write this down too, Josh.
Thank you. Ooh, the mystery has been solved, and it's going to the Colts with Peyton Manning. Very nice. So our mystery card is going to the Colts with Peyton Manning. Up next, we have Brennan Rice on the Dynamos, followed by Mark Ripien on the Refractor, and then Cade Stover on the checkerboard. And Barry Sanders is going to be our final card. So give us 2 seconds, everybody, and we will go through the recap with all our autographs and numbered action. But we did see some nice goodies today out of our mixer. I mean, we got to see autographs from Brock Bowers, C.J. Stroud, Jaden Daniels, and Caleb Williams. So that is pretty nice out of an 8-box mixer. Oh, it's fine. Thank you, sir. Our lowest auto of the break. Man, what a beauty. Caleb Williams on the black auto to 25. There you go, Bears, man. That is a beaut. And up next, we have Frank Gore Jr., also to 25. Next up, we're going up to 50. It is Herman Moore on the Finest Greats auto. Followed by Dante Culpepper, Kurt Warner, Josh Cribbs, Cooper DeJean. And then our autographs to 99. Going to lead off with Dante Hall, followed by Tony Hill. And then our base ink, or not numbered, I should say, leading off with Xavier Worthy on the Prodigy's autographs. Brock Bowers, not once, but twice. And then C.J. Stroud, also a Prodigy's auto, but in the form of redemption. And now we have our base ink, leading off with Jaden Daniels. Oh, Patrick Willis on the Finest Greats Gold to 50. He snuck in there. Oh, that's fine. Then Michael Pratt, Dylan Johnson, Blake Corum, Frank Gore Jr., and Johnny Wilson is going to round out our ink. And then our numbered action, we got as low as 10 with red geometric of Jonathan Brooks. And then to 15, we found Jalen Polk. To 20, Jatavian Sanders and Joe Montana, as well as Boomer Esiason. And now moving our way up to 25, we found Keenan McCardell, Anaya Smith, Troy Franklin, and our golds to 50, we found Will Levis, Troy Franklin, Randy Moss. Up next, we have Donovan McNabb to 75. Blake Corum to 99. Followed by Drake May, also to 99. Joe Montana. Johnny Wilson. Emmitt Smith. Jatavian Sanders. Mike Singletary. And then to 125, Drew Brees. Brock Bowers. Brennan Rice. Sam Hartman. Jim McMahon. And to 150, Fred Taylor. Dylan Johnson, Troy Franklin, Rob Gronkowski, Bo Nix, Jonathan Brooks, Joe Alt, and to 200, Bo Nix, Joe Alt, Dallas Turner, Jalen McMillan, Kurt Warner, and to lead off our 250s, we have Drake May, Peyton Manning, Xavier Legette, The Fridge, William Perry, Tavontre Sweat, Roger Craig, Archie Griffin, and then our Sky Blues to 325, we found Brett Favre, Archie Griffin, and Calvin Hill. And we did find a mystery today, And our mystery was Peyton Manning. And last thing to recap is the man short print, also going to the Colts with Anthony Richardson. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for the break. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. This was our final break of the day. We do have Star Wars. I believe that is about to start on the other side. But thanks everyone for joining us today, and we will be back tomorrow for some more rips on Saturday. Thanks again, everybody, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.